Welcome to the things I hate about my iPhone watch. Now, I noticed that there weren't very many critical reviews of the iPhone watch, so I decided to always make videos on things which don't already exist on YouTube, and I hope you're here for the dirt. So I have a brand new Apple Watch SE 2022, and I had just had it for a few days. So this is basically my first impressions, okay? So, first the unboxing. Okay, so here's the box, and they have this peculiar little flap here for you to open up. Now, I don't know who invented this, but this seems kind of silly, but yeah, you have to unfold these here, and then you get the outer packaging here, and it comes in two pieces. So the watch band is so special, it gets its own box, and then the watch is in here. Now you try and open this thing up, and it's like, no, I can't do this because, well, there's these mysterious little tabs here on the box here that have a little arrow on it, and apparently you have to carefully, or you could rip these things off, but I wanted to save it for you guys. So you have to go and peel these back to open the box. Okay, so and once you get that done, okay, it still don't come out. Okay, well, it took some prying. It took some prying for me to get this thing out. So it's not very frustration free. Yeah, I literally had to grab the top and the bottom and tear it apart. Okay. All right, so. That's kind of like the first thing I hate about the new Apple Watch is the packaging is hard to get into. Okay, so here's another thing. So they give you the charging cord, but it is a USB-C charging cord. Now, I don't know about you, but most people don't have USB-C charger block. Now, I could understand if this was a regular USB connection, that, yeah, you could presume that we've got like a dozen chargers. But since it's a USB-C, I think they could have afforded to include the charging block. Because what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to get this watch. They're not going to have the USB-C charging block, and they're just not going to be able to use their phone right off the bat because they can't charge it, okay? Now, so you see, the thing is that, the dollar store, they can sell me this thing for like $1. And you're telling me that Apple can't include that. I mean, Apple, you're paying the premium price to get premium product, and you're not getting basic accessories. So they expect you to buy the USB-C adapter, which is like another $20. That's assuming that you knew that you needed it. So that's the other thing I hate about the Apple Watch. You need to have USB-C adapter. Now they did include that, but the thing is that you want to have a convenient place to put your watch when you're charging it. And so I got this thing. This is relatively cheap anyways, but I can put my phone and my watch on here wirelessly. So so I can hang it there. It has a little magnet, so you can actually just stick it on there and it sticks. So that's one convenient way to solve the charging thing. And this thing did come with a USB-C adapter, right? Not like Apple, okay? So now the other thing is about charging is that you have to charge this thing every single day. The battery life on this is only supposed to be about 18 hours, not even a day. Now you say in comparison to this I got off of Wish for literally $10, including shipping, and it lasts 3 days. And this thing will track your sleep and take your pulse. This thing can even take your blood pressure, apparently. But it will last for like 3 days versus this thing where you have to charge it all the time. See, now that could be a problem, that one of the main applications for these fitness trackers is sleep. And yeah, you can't charge it while you're sleeping, right? So you're going to have to do something like, I've been just charging it as soon as I wake up. I stick it on the charger, and I let it charge for like an hour, and while I'm getting ready. And so, I don't know, hopefully that's enough to get me through the day, but I don't know. But I have been, trying to use the sleep app, and it seems to be working, but it doesn't work, say that much better than the $10 version of the fitness band here. Okay, so let's get on to some more of the specific features. Let's take a close look at the watch and see how it actually works. Now, one of the things about the Apple Watch is that it requires a passcode. So if you take your watch off, every single time you try and put it, well, once you take it off, it's going to require a passcode. And but you can go ahead and have it set up so that if your phone is nearby, it will automatically unlock your watch. But otherwise, it will ask for your passcode whenever you're using it. Okay? Now, that's kind of a little bit of a pain, but thank goodness the phone can unlock it, because otherwise you'd have to sit there and type this thing in, and it wants like a long 8-digit passcode. Okay, so let's discuss some of the other things. So we have the band here. So I'm not loving the band, okay? The thing is with this band is it's highly unusual, because in order to stick it on, you got to put it on the back of your wrist here. Then you've got to go and find the hole that fits. And for me, that's like the smallest I can make it is what fits me. And then you got to tuck this thing in like that. So that's quite a bit of work, especially finding the little hole here. So that is not something, I'm not loving that. The other thing is that Apple does sell some additional bands for the watch, and but they are extravagantly expensive, like $100 for a wrist strap. That should rightfully cost, I don't know, $10 maybe. But to spend $100 or even $200 for a strap for a phone, for a watch. Sorry, I keep on calling this thing a phone, but I know it's a watch. That costs $250. It just seems a little outrageous. Although I did find that they do make, say, adapters, so that if you like your old like Casio here classic, you may be able to transfer this band over to your Apple Watch by putting an adapter here, so it'll take straps with standard pins. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see if I can get this thing working here. So let's see here. Okay, there we go. See, I had to put in the passcode so I can get showed how this works. So now you get your choice of faces here. So the thing the thing is that a lot of these faces kind of look like this. That it's analog, and the time that's shown is too tiny to read, and all these little things around it, those are also too tiny to read. It's like so there's like another face here. Let's see here. So this is like the big face here. So, but this looks kind of dopey, right? So, and you can edit the number of faces that you've got. Let's see here. Now I've got like the Earth app here, and at least it's got a decent looking number and a decent looking date. But you only get one little extra thing here. Now the extra things that they have in the corner here, they call for some crazy reason. Let's see here. Let's get to the more complicated one. Okay, like this one. This is the very complicated. And these little icons in the corner, they call them complications, which seems like a silly name. But they called it that because before, when you had watches that were mechanical, having all these little things that could, tell the date and stuff were complicated. But it's not very complicated for the watch. It's just kind of confusing why they call it that. So like in the corner here, we have the temperature, and over here I have the battery, and you can kind of edit these things, or like I have like some icons so I can bring up some frequently used apps like the calculator here. And you can go ahead and, to a certain extent, you can change these things. But what I would have liked to have seen is actual general editor, so that I can go put my date and time where I want it and have it as big as I want it, rather than being limited to the choices that are available. I mean, considering Apple's a big company with like thousands of people working, and it's like these are the only choices they could come up with. Me personally, I would like to have a setup that looks more like my Casio chronograph here, right? I should be able to set up something like that, which has the date, the time, and the year, AM and PM, but no, can't do that. I understand there are some third-party apps, but they're not native, so they don't exactly work the same. And another thing is that, I do have something like Planet Fitness, and the thing, this is how you find your application. I don't know about you, this seems a little bit dizzying to me, right? It's like, what are all these things? And when you first synchronize your phone with your with your watch, keep on calling this thing a phone, it will bring over all your applications it can from your iPhone, which could be, I don't know, dozens and dozens and dozens, and they'll all show up here. And like, for example, I had the Planet Fitness app. And so you click on that, and then, it'll show the key tag when you do that. Now, unfortunately, one thing I would have liked to done is that, let's see if we can get back to the face here. Added like the Planet Fitness icon here instead of the calculator. So when I get to the gym, I could click on that, and then I could immediately get my key tag. But that particular app isn't supported as something that you can add to the face of the watch. So I don't know why, but I don't like that either. That's another thing that I'm not particularly crazy about. So, but I think that are my first impressions, and these are the kind of things that you gotta wonder about when you're getting an you're getting an Apple Watch. Okay, so that'll do it for everything I hate about my Apple Watch, and I also hate that it blanks out on you fairly quickly. So you're always going to be flicking your wrist to go seeing whether to see this thing. But that'll do it.